We hear countless stories of angels who warn or rescue people in their time of need. But I also found stories of angels tending to another kind of need, the deep need for comfort, which people face when grieving the loss of someone dear to them.
Spent the last 3 months of my father's life with him, and we became very, very close. There were many nights when he would ask me to come over and be with him that night, and he was in extreme pain because the cancer had just run through his entire body. The night that he died, I was in bed mulling over the day's activities and the feelings and trying to process how I was going to react when the word finally came that my father had died. It certainly couldn't be a surprise because we knew it was just a matter of any minute now. And sort of went through those feelings and emotions right before I drifted off to sleep. I was awakened by the spirit that zoomed right over from my feet, right over the top of me, and hovered on the left side of my bed at my shoulders. It was sort of a glowing, misty cloud is the best way to describe it, but I immediately recognized it as my father. He was emanating these absolute feelings of well-being and joy and freedom. While my father was hovering beside my bed and we were just sort of basking in each other's presence, feeling each other's feelings, the best way to describe it, a connection opened up off to the distance. I could feel an awareness off into a further off place. I could hear other beings talking amongst themselves, and they were what I would describe as angels. But my father turned and looked in that direction, and then he looked back at me and acknowledged and immediately said that they're calling me now and I have to go. And when he said that, there was more than just that. There was this complete sense of mission and understanding that he had of where it was he had to go next, and that he had to go with these beings, and it was time for him to proceed to this next realm.
It was back in 1984 when I received word that my sister had expired. I immediately got in my car and started to drive to Chicago, and I was upset with God. I was asking him, why, Lord, why my sister? She had everything to live for, 20 years old, and I was so mad, I was just bitter underneath the skin. And when I got to the funeral, I was still asking the same questions. Lord, why? Why did you take my sister? Then a few weeks went past. It was March the 25th. I was in my room, and all of a sudden this light appeared. It was a big bright light, something I've never seen before and I've never been able to see again. And out of the light a voice said to me, fear not, your sister is in a better place. And the voice said sometimes God has to take the best flower in the garden. And at that moment I could feel all of the tension, all of the anger just leave my body. It seemed to be real clear. Just a clear, bright light, something like a new day. And it really was a new day for me because it was really my resurrection.